All right, we'll get started. Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming and welcome to the second of two Make Music Salem town hall meetings that we have been hosting. On the screen, you can see our agenda. We'll start with talking about Make Music Salem and how it started, and then we'll get into the details of how to sign up and participate. And after that, we will talk about some deadlines and events coming up. And finally, we will end with a Q&A where you're welcome to ask any questions that you might have. And we can also work individually with anyone who might need it to make sure that all of your questions or concerns are addressed. Make Music Day is actually an international celebration that started in France about 40 years ago. 15 years ago, Fête de la Musique came to New York and has been growing in more and more cities around the US since then. In 2022, there are 104 cities in the US that participated, and this year it's expected that there will be even more. Make Music Salem first started in Salem in 2016, and this will be our 8th year participating. Right now, we are back up to pre-pandemic numbers, which is great. A big part of this event is that it is always on June 21st, which is the summer solstice and the longest day of the year. I know that some people find this inconvenient that it's not always on a weekend, but of course, this is tradition and not something that we can help. Another part of this event is that it is free for all to attend and to participate. We also strongly encourage performances and events to be outside. In 2022, we had over 220 performances at over 40 venues by over 130 artists. As of today, we have 88 performances confirmed for 2023 with 167 pending. We will get into what a pending event means a little later, but what it is that it basically means that these performances are in progress and they have not been confirmed either by the artist, the venue, or on our end. There's a number of reasons for this, and by the time Make Music Day rolls around, all of these will have been taken care of. In terms of venues and artists, we have 39 venues signed up with 116 artists participating. We are going to spend some time talking about how to get involved as a performer or a venue. We have a really nice matchmaking website where all performances are scheduled. That website is salem.makemusicday.org. The nice thing about this site is that you can decide where you want to play or when, and if you're a venue, you can decide who you want to play at your location. If you ever want to find this website, you can also find it in several places on our main website, makemusicsalem.org. This is what you will first see when you go to salem.makemusicday.org. You can either log in or create an account. If you have made an account in the past, then you can just log in. If you forgot your password, then you may need to reset it. If you are new, then you can click Create Account. If you have created an account before and have profiles from years past, you will have to reactivate those profiles. Once you have logged in, you will see this page under My Profiles. If you are looking for an old profile, you can click Import Past Profiles, and you can choose the profile you want to import and then update it with any relevant information, and it should then show up on our matchmaking site. From the My Profiles page, you can also create new venue or performer profiles. If you are making a new account, you will need to confirm your email, so make sure that your email is entered correctly. You will fill out all of your basic information and then click Sign Up. You should get an email that asks you to confirm your email, and make sure that you do this. After you sign up, you will get a screen asking if you are looking for matches or if you just want to create an event. I highly recommend looking for matches because even if you already have your performance set up, that means that no one else can sign up to play at this venue or ask you as the performer to play somewhere else. Even if it is your own event, it is honestly just easier to create both a performer and a venue profile than to list your event, so I strongly urge you to go with that option. After you click on performer or venue seeking a match, It will ask if you are a performer or a venue. After you make your selection, you will fill out your profile with your name, type of music you are playing or seeking, your biography, photos, social media links, or anything else you would like to include. The neighborhood you select does not matter much, as it is really for bigger cities where people like to stick to their neighborhoods. On the next page, you will select your availability. I have found that some people have trouble with the sliding bar, so I recommend using Google Chrome as your browser, especially for this part. Use this bar to show the entire time that you are available. Also make sure you select your PA and electricity needs. If you have a specific place you want to play at or do not want to be open to the general public, you can turn off accepting requests. All of these things are super easy to edit later. The last step is where it asks for your contact information. If you have a new account, you must confirm your email before you finish your profile. For both new and old accounts, I will warn you that it takes about 10 seconds after you hit register performer for it to load. A lot of people get frustrated and hit register performer multiple times, and for some reason, this creates multiple profiles. Please be patient and allow it to load. We have been deleting some of these duplicates. Now that your performer or venue profile has been created, it's time to schedule some shows. This is what your dashboard will look like, and it will have any shows that you have scheduled on there. You can click Find Performers or Find Venues to search and to match. It is super easy to search for your needs. You can search by genre or electricity needs and find performers or venues that match. Or you can just scroll until you find something you like. When you click on a profile, this is what you will see. You can see the genre, any videos or links, and their current schedule. From here, you can either message to talk directly to the person about possible needs or logistics, or you can just go straight into requesting a performance. This is the screen you will see when you are ready to request a performance. However, do not submit it as is. Instead, you want to write a message about what your needs are. A lot of people think that the bar is the same as your availability bar, but it is not. Instead, you are indicating when you want this performance to be. Currently, many people have indicated that they want 12-hour-long sets, which I'm pretty sure is not accurate. If you are flexible on the time, then you can write that and also mention how long your set is. Set times can easily be changed. You can also mention anything you might need, such as chairs or microphones. The top row shows the performer availability, and the bottom row shows the venue availability, with any performances showing up as well. If you have multiple requests out and have not heard anything back, check and make sure that you have accurate performance requests. For venues, it is difficult to manage multiple hours-long requests. As city administrators, we like to make sure that there has been communication between the venue and the performer before continuing as well, just to make sure that everyone is on the same page. You can go to your inbox to...
Okay, I found this on the web for city administrators to make sure that there has been communication between the venue and the performer before continuing.
Always listening.
All right, you can go to your inbox to check on performance requests or messages. You can respond here or choose to accept, decline, or change the time of a performance. When changing the time, you can put a message about why you are changing the time. You will get an email for each correspondence, so make sure that you stay on top of your inbox and check it often. In the meantime, be patient if you haven't heard back from a venue or a performer. When a performance is pending, it shows up as blue. After a performance time has been set, both the artist and the venue must confirm it on their end. When this has happened, the performance then turns yellow. As city administrators, we must approve it on our end. Currently, we are working through the requests as best as we can. The only time it may not be approved is if we don't see any correspondence or if a time seems inaccurate. After we approve the performance, it turns green and is set. It is possible to still edit if needed, but this performance should ideally be finalized. We wanted to remind you of some upcoming deadlines. I'm also sending out right now a poll so we can get your information for contact and just to know who is here at our meeting. Some of our upcoming deadlines are June 1st, which is an important day as is the last day to create an account and to create a profile. We use these profiles for our final poster that lists all of the venues and artists, so this is the last day to register to be on that. On June 7th, that is the last day to confirm a performance. We want to finalize our schedules 2 weeks before so that there are no last-minute changes. We also have our final Make Music Countdown fundraiser event leading up to June 21st on Sunday, May 21st, and we will be having 2 musical groups play at the new Chicho location at the 45th Parallel building. This is a fundraiser event. There are other ways to get involved besides performing or hosting. You and your business can sponsor or give an in-kind donation. We also accept personal financial donations, and these can be done online or in person. We have many volunteers who participate, and we have a lot of tasks that need to get done, including giving information, running stages, cleaning up, or being on the move all day. Another great way to support is to attend. We have schedules that you can view on our website, and we'll have printable ones closer to the date as well. If you want to stay updated on any special events or any news about Make Music Day, make sure to follow our social media or get on our mailing list or check our website. And you can scan the QR code and that takes you to our website as well. And finally, we want to end with our Q&A. So you can either unmute yourself and ask a question, or you can type it in the chat and we'll answer it.
I have a question. This is Erin Shesley with Oracle Kids. Last year we brought our organ bike, and I think I'm now more thoroughly confused about the registration process than I was before. Were you saying that if we as a performer say that we're available the entire day, that translates as though we are asking for a 12-hour gig?
So there's 2 different bars. So when you're making your profile initially, it asks for your availability and you select the time that you're doing. And then when you request a performance at a specific location, you indicate how long you want your set to be or how long you want to be there, and you move that. Just a lot of people just submit it as is, and it ends up being from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So no,
understood. Okay.
Yeah. And I know that you had a question about Bike Peddler as well. Is that correct?
Yeah. So last year we just put ourselves out as available, and we got a couple of requests, and it really worked out well to start. So we're like a moving venue.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to put us as an event instead. And do you know, are they going to be a venue?
We've reached out to them, but they have not signed up so far, but we can definitely reach out again to check.
In your case, maybe we could
Okay.
make kind of a mass appeals kind of a thing.
Yeah.
If you have a schedule, maybe we could put it as an event, and then you can move around and we can show you as a mass appeal, which is our community events and educational events.
Oh.
And then what we can do is, if you give us a schedule, we can give you a route to go through, because I know you're in Corvallis, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So, maybe
Yeah.
and find a good time for you so you can be exposed to as many people. Obviously in the evening, it gets a little bit more busy. So we could work with you on that.
Yeah, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll call it quits before it gets too busy, because while we do fit on the sidewalk, and it was a lot of fun just to cruise around last year, and we got so many turned heads and dropped jaws and whoa. We also did our own thing. We went out to the Capitol building. We did Willamette University campus. But we did stop by, was it Mini Hands Trading or One World Market or something? They were celebrating. They had asked us to stop by, and when they had the Cesar, the No Drama Llama there, we did a joint hangout there. That was fun. But yeah, maybe even if the bike peddler doesn't want to be a venue, if they would just still let us host us at the beginning as the setup and let kids come in and build the organ in their store like they did last year.
We'll reach out.
That would help. Yeah. Okay.
And going
Thank you for doing this.
around in different areas is fantastic. So we really encourage that. Anything we can do to help you would be great.
Thank you. Thank you. It's always a lot of fun. I don't know when our first year was, but we were out at the carousel. Are you doing anything out there? Is that a venue this year?
The carousel, but the amphitheater is in the park.
Ah, okay.
That's kind of our main stage where our local TV station will be recording as well.
Okay.
Yes. Great. Anyone else have any questions? Anything to bring up?
Yeah, so this is Jeff Greckney. I have your website up on my computer, and then I'm zooming through my phone. I was looking for the section where you said you can match up performers with venues, but I don't see a clear. I see a couple of things to register as a venue or register as performer, but not much else.
Yes, so if you go to that website, if you hit register, it should take you to salem.makemusicday.org. And
That's where I am.
yes, and then you can from there create an account or log in if you have.
I did.
Oh, you did? And did you make a profile?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and so from there, when you are on that, you should, let's see, where's it? So it should look like this on your dashboard.
Hmm.
And then,
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know if are you a venue or a performer?
I'm sure.
No, so I'm a performer. Actually,
Okay.
I stopped by yesterday in the afternoon.
Yes.
Or not the afternoon, but during your, I guess it was evening. 6 to 7 was the time slot. I came in late, and
Yeah, no problem.
I
So
believe
it should look like this, and from there you can find venues, and that's
okay.
where you will see a list of all of the venues. It will look basically the opposite of this because it's showing performers.
Okay.
And then you can look for open spaces and either message or request a performance through them.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll have to work to sign in because I think it's just taking me to the general page and not giving me a sign in yet. But I think I can figure that part out.
Okay.
So I don't think I do have one other question, and it's related to the number of venues. It sounds like you're almost pretty filled up with performers and venues at this point. Is that correct?
No, we're still definitely taking venues and performers. Even though there are 40 venues and 116 performers, some of those performers don't have any performances scheduled or anything like that, or there's still venues
Gotcha.
signed up and they have big gaps that are free as well.
And there'll be more.
Okay, very good.
More venues being added that haven't been put on there yet.
So we have alleys as well that haven't been added as venues, and they will be soon. We just have to finalize a few things, and then they will be on there, and that's another location to request.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Any other questions? You can also type in the chat if you'd like.
Hey, this is Christy Cordova. I'm on I know you said don't double click it. I'm on the one last thing page for my performer.
Yes.
And register performer is not active. It's muted out. It said click to resend confirmation message, but I did click the confirmation message and
Oh, got it. Oh, I think you muted yourself, but
yeah, I did.
you're good. So I would make sure to go back to that email and confirm it. If you go, kind of the difficult thing is that if you get to the step and it says you haven't confirmed, I don't think it'll erase your performer profile, but you just might want to make sure. So maybe go back so that it refreshes. So hit the go back button and then make sure that's been confirmed from the confirmation email, and then try hitting register performer. I don't think it will make a double from there. And if it does, we can easily delete it as well. That helps. And I can also personalize help too.
One last thing. This is Jeff again. I was looking through your website and I clicked on map. Can you tell me if that map is currently updated with all the registered venues
Yes,
to date?
that does show you the registered venues. Yeah, we have our main website and then we have our matchmaking website, and they have slightly different websites, which is okay. But to answer your question, yes, the map is updated. I will say that there are a few glitches just from between confirming the events and everything showing up. I don't know if the venues show up if there's no performances scheduled. So that might be one thing that might stop you from seeing a venue.
I thought it was useful if it's
Yeah.
currently showing, if it's appropriately up to date. And so that's a good thing. So thank you.
Yeah, and we did this last year as well, and it's boy, we have that deadline 2 weeks before to finalize schedules. We had a PDF printable version of both the schedule and of the map, like that. Any other questions or anything? Yeah.
This is Christy again. So I'm on Find Venues. Do we contact the venues or do they contact us?
It can work either way, but I would recommend just going for it and requesting instead of just waiting. So I would recommend
Got it.
venues.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Great. Any other questions? Well, thank you for attending, everyone. I hope this helped, at least some, and we'll be here as well if you have any other questions.